Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. This is the summary video for all Unit 1 and Unit 2 for Grade 5 activity book. This is the Cambridge Primary Science for Grade 5 and activity book, or you can say workbook. In my last video, I told you about Learner book Unit 1 and Unit 2. So let's start. Unit 1, Investigating Plant Growth. Exercise 1.1, Seeds. In this exercise, you will revise what you know about seed. So who is right about pumpkin? Say why. Who is right about pumpkin? Say why. So you can see here down two girls, they are talking to each other. A pumpkin is a fruit. Louisa. No, it's not a fruit, Maria. Pumpkin is not sweet. So the question is, who is right about the pumpkin? Who is right about the pumpkin? So you can see here, is it a fruit? Obviously, a pumpkin is a fruit. A pumpkin is a fruit. So Maria, girl one, she is right. She is saying correct. Her name is Maria. So Maria is right. A pumpkin is a fruit. Question number two, label the drawing of a maize seed. Now you can see clearly this is the outer part. Outer part is seed coat. The outer side or outer part, seed coat, which protect the seed. And this one, the down portion, this one's scar joined to the fruit. This one, a small tiny plant inside the seed, embryo. And this one, it's the food store. Provide the food to the tiny plant, to an embryo. So seed coat, scar, food store, and embryo. Question number three, write the job of each part of the seed below its label. Use this list to help you. Grows into a new plant. Grows into a new plant. So we can choose the answer from here. So let's write it. It's better. Number one, this one, seed coat. And this one, scar. This one, food store. And this is embryo. So grow into a new plant. Grow into a new plant. Which part grow into a new plant? It's an embryo. Embryo or tiny plant grow into a new plant. Protect the seed. Protect the seed. It's seed coat. Seed coat protect the seed. Join the seed to the fruit. Scar. This portion, this part, join the seed to the fruit and give the seed energy to grow. This one, obviously, the food store. Food store provide the energy to the seed to grow up and provide the food to the embryo. Let's move lesson 2. Lesson 1.2, how seeds grow. In this exercise, you will think about the stages of seed germination. About seed germination. So let's start. The picture of the stages of seed germination, this one talking about this picture, are in the wrong order. Decide what order the pictures should go in and number them 1 to 5. Use the description below to label each stages. So first of all, we arrange the picture and then we arrange these statements. Let's start. The first thing, a seed. This is the first stage. After this, the second, the first root grow downward. The first root grow downward in search of water. then first shoot. This is the third stage. The first shoot grow upward, and then the leaf. The seeds scatter out and fallen down, and then the leaves, two leaves, and then like this. This is the fifth stage. So these are the five stages. First one, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and the fifth one. So let's arrange the statement all about these stages. In the first stage, seeds coat split. In the first stage, seed coat split. So where is seed coat split? This is the first stage. The second stage, the first root grow. The first root grows. This is the second stage. The third stage, the first shoot grows. Sorry, the third stage, the first shoot grows. In the third stage, the first shoot grows, and then in the fourth stage, the first leaves grow. And at the end, leaves get bigger and seed shrivel. This is the fifth and last stage. So these are the five stages for seed germination. Let's move to the next lesson. Lesson 1.3. Before lesson 1.3, question number 2 for lesson 1.2. Is any stage of germination missing? Is there any stage missing? If so, which stage? Yes, obviously there is one stage. It's not written here. You can see here, seed absorb water. Seed absorb water and swell. This is the first stage. It's not mentioned here. Just it start from seed split out. Before it, seed need water. So seed absorb water. So you can write here, yes, the seed absorb water and swell. This stage missing from here. You can see also from your learner book lesson 1.2. So let's start lesson 1.3. Investigating germination. In this exercise, you will look at a bar chart to show answers questions about seed germinating or germination. Class 5 investigated germination. They put seeds on dumb cotton, wool, into plastic bags. They put the plastic bag in different places. You can see here these one here in the cupboard, on the table, and in the fridge, in the freezer. Fridge down portion where you can put milk, okay, vegetables. Freezer where you can make freeze your thing. Like you're putting here meat. If you put the meat here, it's, you can say, smelly in 1 or 2 days, because meat, ice cream like this, you need it's need more freeze or more cold place. So you need to put like this thing here. So we put one bag of seed in freezer, one in a fridge, one on the table, and one in the table or in the drawer. So now they check the seed after 3 days. They check the seed after 3 days. This is the bar chart of their result. Freezer, you can see no any seed, no any one of them seed germinated in freezer because of so cold. Seed cannot germinate in the cold place. Seed need warm place to germinate. So the seed cannot germinate in the cold places. Seed need warm place to grow. After this, in the fridge, 4 seed germinated. In drawer, 9 seed germinated, and also on the top of the desk, 9 seed germinated. So both warm places. Now we solve the question, where did the most seed germinated? Where did the most seed germinated? We saw in the table, in the bar chart, most seed germinated, number 1 in the drawer, and also on top of the desk, in the drawer and on the top of the desk. These two places seed germinate, most seed germinate. Where did the fewest seeds germinate? Fewest seed germinated in the freezer, or you can say 0. Suggest a reason why the same number of seeds germinated in the drawer and as on the top of the desk. Actually, it's a warmer place. You can say a warm place. The seed need air, water, and warm place to germinate. So on the table and in the drawer, both are warmer place. So seed germinate easily. So the seed in both places had enough warmth, also enough air and water. The seed had all the factors they needed for germination. So that's why both places on the top of the desk and in the drawer, seed germinated the same range or same number of seeds germinated. Question number 4, what do the result tell you about the conditions that seeds need to germinate? What do the result tell you about the conditions that seeds need to germinate? Simple. We know the factor. What are the three main factors? Air, number one. Water, number two. And number three, warmth. So these are the factors. These are the three conditions. So without any one condition, it cannot germinate. Water missing, warm place missing, or air missing. So all these three factors should be required for seed germination. If any one factor missing, seed cannot germinate or less germinate, the least number of seed germinated. So seed don't need light for germination. Seed don't need light for germination. Only three requirements. What do the result tell you about the condition that seed need to germinate? That seed need to germinate, warm place, air, and water, or you can say moisture. But seed do not need sunlight. Do not need sunlight for germination. Only three factors for seed germination. Predict what would happen to the number of seeds that germinate in the drawer if you suck all the air from the plastic bag that they are in. Obviously, if you suck out all the air, seed cannot germinate. No anyone seed germinated. I told you before, if if any one factor missing, maybe air, maybe water, or maybe one place. So no one seed germinated because without this factor, seed cannot germinate. For seed germination should be fulfill these three conditions, these three factors. So no seed would germinate in the drawer. Let's start the next lesson, lesson 1. For what plants need to grow? What plants need to grow? Now until here, seed germination and about seed, every topic finished. Now seed germinated, change into a new plant, change into a plant. What plants need to grow? Now we are talking about what are the factors, what are the requirements, what are the need for plant growth. In this exercise, you will think about what plants need to grow. Lulu's tomato plants are not growing well and the leaves are yellow. Suggest two things that she can do to help her tomato plants to grow to grow better. So simple. She can water them. First of all, water important, and she can put them in the sunny place. So in simple word, light and water. Light and water are most important, or you can say most important factor for the plant growth. So she put them in the sunny place and also put them water, or put on it water, so her plants grow better. She can water them and she can put them in the sunny place. Question number 2. Lulu noticed that many plants in her garden grow better in summer than in winter. Grow better in summer than in winter. Suggest a reason why for this. Suggest a reason for this. Obviously, was in winter it's cold. In winter, it's cold. So plants need warm place. Plants need warmth for growth. So it is warmer in the summer. It is warmer in the summer so that the plant grow better. Plant grow better as compared to in winter. In winter it's cold. In summer it's warmer. So plants need warm place and warmer temperature. So at in summer plants grow better as compared to winter. Question number three. Fill the label and the drawing to show the factors that Lulu's plant need to grow. For plant growth, we have four factors. As I told you before about seed germination, three factors. But for plant growth, four factors. Only one thing added and light. Other same like warm air and water about seed germination. But there only one more thing added, one new name added, or one more factor added. And when we are talking about plants need to grow, what plants need to grow? So plant need to grow. Number one, warm place. And water and light, because with the help of light plants make their food in their leaves. This process is called photosynthesis. Okay, these are the four factors which important for the plant growth. Number one, water. Number one, warmth. Number two, water, then air, and then light. Lesson 1.5, investigating plant growth. In this exercise, you will think about an investigation of plant growth. You can see here plant A and plant B. Plant A in this you can say line graph, this line in the shape of line, and plant B in the dotted shape of line. So in this exercise, you will think about an investigation of plant growth. Okay, and then we did an investigation to find out if plants can grow in the dark. They watered the plants and measured their growth. This is a chart of their result. This is the chart of a line chart of their result. You can see on horizontal line about the height of plant in centimeter, and horizontal line you can see the days, and then vertical line you can see the height of plants in centimeter. So vertical plants in centimeter and horizontal about days. So there are 16 days, at least more than 2 weeks, and about the height on the vertical lines in centimeter. The biggest centimeter, 24 centimeter. Okay, briefly describe how they could have carried out their investigation to make it a fair test. Any kind of activity, if you want fair test, all the other equipment, all the other material, you should take similar. Only instead you're making the activity. So so first of all, the first thing, they should use two plants because they are making activity. So they should do same plant, you can say, use two plants that are very similar in size and appearance, are both healthy. Plant A and plant B. At the beginning, you are choosing the same plant and should be both of them healthy. They must give the both plant same amount of water. They must give both plants same amount of water. So how tall were the plant at the start? You can see how tall were the plants at the start. You can see both 10 centimeter, both plant 10 centimeter. How often did they measure the plant? How often did they measure the plant? They measure the plant at the start of the investigation, day one, and then every 3 days. Okay, on the first day, you can see here, they measure the plant. There was both of them was a 10 centimeter. Then after three days, after three days, you can see here. Okay, first day, then 2, 3, 4. On the fourth day, then 5, 6, 7. On the eighth day, after three days, with the gap of after 3 days. So you can write here after first day, then after three days. First day, and then after 8, 3 days. They measure the plant at, at the start on the first day, day one, and then after three days. Question number 4. Which plant grew the most? Which plant grew the most? You can see here this line going upward, and this one mean plant A. Plant A grew the most. Which plant grew the most? Plant A. How tall did it grow? It's a 22 at most 22, yeah, 22 centimeter. How tall did it grow? We're talking about plant A. 22 centimeter. Was this plant in the dark or the light? Was this plant in the dark or in the light? Plant A, the plant A need light to grow. Plant A grew best, so it must have been in the light. If it's dark in the dark place, so it cannot grow up, and it's not grow better. Okay, in the light place, in the sunny place. Write the conclusion. Plant do not grow well in the dark place. Plant do not grow well in the dark place. Plant needs sunlight. Without sunlight, plant cannot make their own food. After this lesson 1.5, the last lesson, this is lesson 1.5, 1.6, sorry. So language review. Okay, find the word in the word search that have these meaning. Part of the plant that can grow into a new plant. Part of a plant that can grow into a new plant. Is it seed or embryo? You can find all these words, it's written here. So let's do this. First find the word, or okay, one of the word has been written backward. So let's do it. Germinate, number 1. Seed, and after this embryo, yeah, embryo. Then shrivel, light, food store, opposite, okay, backward, food store, seed coat, and factors, conditions, okay, let's check. They're all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Absorb, yes, here. Absorb. These all the word. Their definition or their about this word, it's written here. Provide energy for germination, food store, need for growth by plant, but not seed. Light, something that causes changes in environment. All these word here. Okay, lesson after this unit 2, the life cycle of flowering plant. The life cycle of flowering plant. Why plants have flower? What's the reason? Why plants have flower? Flower in different sizes, in different color, in different shapes, bigger, smaller, colorful, colorless, have smell, without smell. But all of these flowers do the same job, do the same important job. In this exercise, you will think about how flowers help plants to reproduce. So what is the job? Plants to reproduce. Plants to reproduce. This is the job for the flower. This diagram shows how flowers help plant to reproduce and form new plant. Use the word in the box to help you to label the diagram. It's very easy. So let us starting from, okay. First step should be start from the seed. First step, we put the seed in the soil. Seed get all the factors, all three factors, then it start germination. So we write seed. You can start from anywhere because in anti-clockwise seed. Okay, after seed, new plants come. New plants, and then on the plant there are flowers, and after flower change into fruit, or flower may help the fruit to flowers help the plant to make fruit. And like in a life in a cycle, seeds, new plant, flowers, and fruit. Next question, how do flowers help plant to reproduce? How do flowers help plant to reproduce? Actually, flower makes seeds. Flowers make seed that grow into flowers make seeds that grow into new plant. Flowers make seeds that grow into new plant. Because with the help flower change into fruit, and fruits are inside the seed. Fruit seeds are inside the fruits. We get fruit from flower, and then fruit containing seed inside. Fruit containing seed inside. So seeds are inside the fruit, and you can also say fruit protect the seed inside. Okay, lesson 2.2, how seeds are spread, how seeds are dispersed. What is dispersed? The process of spreading the seed away from parent plant. In this exercise, you will match different seeds to the animal that disperse them. That disperse them. So let's start. Draw a line to match the seed with the animal that disperse the seed. First of all, acorn. So this is with the help of this is a big seed. This is with the help of squirrel. Gawa, obviously eaten by bird, eaten by parrot, and marigold, sheep attached with the body of sheep. Like this, these seeds disperse. Explain how the parrot disperse seed. How the parrot disperse seed. Actually, parrot like the fruit. Parrot like the fruits. So how the seed dispersed by parrot? The parrot eats the fruit that contains the seed. The parrot eating the fruit that contain the seed inside, that contain the seeds inside. The parrot flies away. The parrot eating the fruit and then flies away. And then what happened? From one place to another place, maybe away from their parents, away from the parents' plant, the seed pass out of the parrot's body. The seed pass out in their dropping. The seed pass out of the parrot's body in there, and it's dropping away from parent's plant. Unwanted plant that come from other places are referred to as alien plant, as an alien plant. So how can people spread the seeds of these alien plant without knowing that they are doing this? Actually, people can spread seed of alien plant if the seed hooks attach with the cloth. If the seed hook into their cloth or attach with their cloth, even they don't know about this. So when they are in another country, when they come back to their own country, they bring the alien seed with them. Yes, they bring the alien seeds with them, attached with their clothes, with their shoes, with their socks. Lesson 2.3: Other ways seeds are spread. Seed can be spread or can be dispersed by water, by by air, by human clothes, by animal body. So other ways seeds are spread. In this exercise, you will think about how seeds are dispersed and sort them into groups. How are these seeds dispersed? How are these seeds dispersed? So you can see here different seeds. How are these seeds dispersed? Sort them into group and write their names of the seed in the table. So you can see here the coconut seed. Yeah, coconut seed dispersed by water. Dispersed by water, floating on the water. After this, impatience. This one by exploding, blast, explode, and there is no need any kind of agent to disperse their seed. It's spread out their seed. It's disperse their seed by itself, or you can say by themselves by exploding. After this lantana, this seed dispersed, being eaten by the bird, or you can say being eaten by animals. So like this, the lantana seed dispersed. After mangrove by water, mangrove by water, by floating on the water. It's like you can say shape of pencil. So by water, the seed dispersed. After this blackjack, this is a sticking on because they have hook. They are attaching with the body. After this, dandelion by air, and they have lightweight, so dispersed by air. After this, palm, palm being eaten by the animal, eaten by the bird or insects. So you can say by animal. After this, uh, jacaranda, it's floating. Sorry, not floating, flying away. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it has wings, so can fly. Jacaranda flying away with the help of air. With the help of air, these seeds can be spread out, or you can say dispersed by air. After this, ekakia, it disperse or it's spread out this kind of seed by exploding. You can see it has been inside. Okay, so they explode, dry out and explode. So by explosion method, and this one have wings. So they came more. So they, with the help of air, spread out. So you can write this itchen, which one? And itchen we can say palm and lantana. And stick on, you can write here blackjack. Flying away, you can say dendron. After this one, sycamore, and this jacquard, and jacaranda, and float, coconut, and mangrove. And what about explosion, exploding, or explode, ekakia, and empatine? How is the blackjack seed suited to its method of dispersal? The blackjack seed has little spikes. The blackjack seeds have little spike, you can see here. Okay, with hooks and to stick into the animal fur or people clothes, people shoes, people socks, like this blackjack spread out their seed, or spread out, or you can say disperse with the help of animal body. How is the sycamore seed suited to its method of dispersal? The sycamore seed has two wings. It has two wings. You can see here. So it has two wings to help it to float in the air. Lesson 2.4, the parts of the flower. Very easy. The parts of the flower. Label the different part of the flower. Use this word to help you. Petals, sepals, petals, sepals, stigma, ovary, anther, stamen, and carpel. Small one. Okay, starting from petal. This word, you can write it or match. It's okay. Petals, the beautiful part of the flower, or petals. You can write it here. After this one, the upper part, the upper tip, it's called anther. Or one by sepal, the down part. This is ovule or ovary. I will write it better. This one ovary. And this one, the outer part. This is sepal. Protect the flower birds. And stamen. Where is stamen? This one. And this one, anther. And this is a stigma, the female part of the flower. Stamen is the male part, and the stigma is the female part of the flower. And carpel is all part named carpel. This all female part named carpel. So you can write it here, carpel. Then it's done. Let's start petals or petals, anther, carpel, ovary. This one containing eggs. Sepal, this one protecting is protect the flower bird. Stamen, the male part of the flower, and the stigma, the female part of the flower. After this question, name the male part of the flower. Just to clean it. Excuse me. Name the male part of the flower. Anther and stamen. Stamen and anther, both the male part of the flower. This one. This is the male part of the flower. this one. Okay. And the upper part, anther, this is filament. Both, the name for both, it's the complete name, stamen. So the male part, stamen. What is the female part? Stigma. Carpel is it's the complete part name, but there are further four main part: stigma, style, ovary, and ovule inside. So these are the female part: stigma, style, ovary, and ovule. But the complete name you can also say carpel. Lesson 2.5, pollination. In this exercise, you will complete sentences about pollination and fertilization. Use the word in the box to help you complete these sentences. So let's start. Wind, insect, seed, pollen, stigma, anthers, nectar, anthers, ovary, fertilization. The dash of the dash of flowers make a yellow powder called dash. The anther of the flower, the anther of the flower make a yellow powder called pollen. Called pollen. Pollen is a powder. Pollination happen when pollination happens when pollen moves from the dash to the dash of the flower of the same type. Moves from the anther, from the male part, from the anther to the female part, stigma. From the anther, from the male part to the female part, stigma. From the from the anther to the stigma of the flower of the same type. Some plants use dash to blow the pollen far away. Use wind, use air. So some plants use air, or you can write wind. It's written above. So some plants use wind to blow the pollen far away. Insects get dash. Insects get pollen. Insects get pollen on their body when they visit flower to feed. When they visit flower to feed on nectar. Nectar, it's a, you can say, juice or liquid. They like nectar. Insect like nectar so much. Then boys. Number 5, the dash and egg joined together. The dash and egg joined together inside the dash. The dash and egg joined together. Yes, the pollen and egg joined together inside the ovary. So we write here pollen joined together inside the ovary. A small tiny egg. During during fertilization, this process is called fertilization. Fertilization. This is how seeds form. The dash become a fruit. Now the parts of the flower become fruit. Petals fell down, other parts finish. Ovary become change into fruit. This is the complete process. Okay, boys, done until the lesson 2.6, unit 2. This is the first quarter until here. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.